Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing okay. So today's video is going to be a little bit like a get ready with me video. Basically tonight I'm going out for dinner with Tom's family. We're going to a really nice restaurant. So yeah, basically it's going to be full glam pretty much. I'm not the best with hair and makeup, so like don't get too excited. I feel like it'll be a bit of a chance to just kind of, yeah, see the process that I like to do when I get ready. But yeah, so this video is going to cover kind of me doing hair, makeup, and then also kind of like my outfit choices for this meal. So there's a lot to see, and yeah, I'm going to jump in the shower, wash my hair, and then get straight to it. Okay, I have just got out of the shower, obviously. I'm going to quickly blast off my hair, and then the plan is to curl it. While I'm drying my hair, I'm just going to pop one of the kind of like little vitamin C patches on just like under my eyes. I just feel like the dark circles are quite dark. I don't really feel like it shows up on the camera, but maybe it does, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of pop them on in the hope that they'll kind of take away some of the darkness around my eyes, because that is just not ideal. That needs to go on for 15 minutes, so I feel like it should be able to stay on while I quickly dry my hair, because my hair always takes ages to dry. But yeah, so I'm going to have a quick go at that, and then we'll be on to the curling and the rollers. We've got so much to do. Okie dokie, so my hair's all dry now. Basically, my plan is to actually curl it with straighteners. I feel like actually using a bit more heat is going to hold the curls for a bit longer. And I've actually got quite a while to travel to get to the restaurant, so I feel like making sure I use quite a high heat will probably be a slightly better option. But to help hold them, I'm also going to just pop them in some curlers as well. So yeah, I put my straighteners on to heat up. I'm just going to spray my hair with some heat protection spray, and then we'll get going. So the rollers are in. I think this actually looks crazy right now. But the plan is I'm just going to do my makeup. I'll show you what I'm using. And yeah, by the end of this video, hopefully you'll see me with less crazy hair and it will all look put together, I hope. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. I'm just going to pop a little bit of primer on. So the primer I use is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. That's what it looks like. And yeah, I'm just going to pop a bit of that all over my face. My under eyes are super soft from those kind of like little eye patches. So I'm just going to whack this over the top, and then we'll go in with the next layer. So this one is really nice. I think when I brought it, the girl who kind of showed me it was saying that it's got kind of like the hydrochloric acid in it already. So I normally go in with kind of like my ordinary skincare routine, but when I use this, I can kind of skip quite a few steps out of that to make my life a little bit easier. And it literally just makes the base of your makeup look so much better. I feel like for me, having a primer is just essential. My skin it's not too bad, but it can get quite dry quite quickly, and that kind of really shows then when I kind of put the makeup on, especially like in certain areas. So I usually add a little bit of extra primer kind of like to my really dry areas, just to kind of, yeah, make sure that everything's sitting the way it should sit basically. But it's just so soft on, it literally smells incredible. So it's super easy to use. So on top of that, I'm just going to do a little bit of colour correcting with the Dr. Jart kind of like colour corrector in green. So that's kind of to go over any red spots, especially kind of like any spots I can see coming. So I know that I've got a few coming on my chin, which I'm just going to cover up. And then I'm also going to cover kind of like any areas that tend to be a little bit more red. So I'm just going to do a little bit of my nose, a little bit of my cheeks, just to kind of take a little bit of that colour out. This one kind of blends into your skin once you put it on, so you don't need to put loads on, and you can kind of build it up for kind of like a more full coverage. But I'm literally going to take my beauty blender, I'll just give it a quick spray so it's nice and damp, and I'm just going to blend that out so that kind of like the colour starts to just take a bit of the redness off my face a little bit. It just helps to kind of make it look a little bit cooler. I'm definitely one of those, like as soon as I get like stressed, nervous, any sort of like situation, I go red straight away. So just knowing I've got a little bit of that colour corrector on just gives me a little bit more confidence. But also underneath the makeup, it just really takes away the edge of like any spots you might have. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm just going to top up my chin with a little bit more, just because I can see some spots coming, like I know they're there. So yeah, so I'm literally just gonna pop a little bit more on, and then we'll be on to the next bit. There we go. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to do a full face today. Like I said, I'm not going to bother with foundation. I feel like my skin is in pretty decent condition, and I do want this to kind of look like somewhat natural. So I'm just going to go in with a concealer instead and see if I can kind of blend that out to kind of give me the kind of look that I need. I'm hoping this is going to work because I have put fake tan on, so I do need my face to kind of blend into that. But yeah, so we'll pop this on, we'll see. If it doesn't work, it's fine. We'll kind of go back in with the foundation instead. But yeah, so the concealer I'm using is another Bobbi Brown product. This one's pretty new for me, but it's the Skin Full Cover Concealer, and it's in the shade Sand. So I've just kind of dotted that all around, and then a little bit more kind of in any problem area. So specifically, like I was saying before, under the eyes for me, and then I'm just going to kind of blend that out, and we'll see kind of what colour we get. And then yeah, I'll maybe either add more or go kind of over the top with something else. Okay, so that's the base on. I'm pretty happy with it, but it is very, very light, which is kind of making me a bit nervous. I really hope that the bronzer will do its job, because I don't really fancy putting foundation on. I'm going to go in with the contour, and yeah, we're just going to hope it works. I'm so nervous, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so nervous. I'm really hoping this works. I had so much faith yesterday. So, like, we're just gonna have to keep our faith right now. But yeah, for contour, I've got my Real Techniques brush, and then I'm just going in with the Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. Really, really basic. I feel like if you looked at my palette, you'd know straight away which ones I use, because I just use the same ones over and over again. I'm just gonna go in with kind of a darker shade to do the kind of sculpting. And then we'll go in with another highlighter. Just to reiterate, I am not a makeup pro whatsoever. I never think I will be. I'm not great at this. I know what I need to know in like from what I want, you know what I mean? So like, yeah. This is kind of just like my routine. It's not kind of like anything that like I feel you guys need to know or need to do. Like, you just do you and what you like. This is just, yeah, what I do, what I like. And I just thought I'd share, really, more than anything else. Okay, now that's on, I'm just going to go over again with a beauty blender and just blend that out a little bit. Okay, so that's on, and that's kind of giving me like a bit of an idea of where I'm going then. So I'm just going to go over the top with my bronzer. The bronzer I'm using is the Too Faced one. It's kind of like a chocolate scented one. So it smells literally amazing. When I first got this out, Nelly actually came over thinking I had some food. Obviously I didn't, and she didn't get any, but it kind of gives you an idea of how nice this actually smells. And again, I'm just using the bronzing brush from the Real Techniques pack. I'm gonna go quite heavy with the bronzer just because I feel like my base was a little bit lighter than I would have wanted. But yeah, normally I'd go just a little bit less, but today I'm just gonna kind of hoping to kind of get that more glowy look. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of getting there. Just gonna touch up one of those ever so slightly just to look a little bit more sculpted. But yeah, I feel like that's not too bad. Hopefully you guys agree. I feel like it's still kind of, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm always skeptical to add, like, you know, if you add too much, it's kind of hard to go back from that. So I'm gonna leave it there, and if I feel kind of panicked towards the end, I'll top it up. But for now, I feel like that's kind of okay. So yeah, and I'm going to go over the top with a little bit of highlighter. The highlighter I got is again a Bobbi Brown one. And this one is called Pink Glow. It looks so nice inside. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's so nice. I'm just going to go over that. Kind of, yeah, where you would put highlighter. So just kind of up the cheekbones and stuff like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to quickly brush that out slightly. But that kind of just, yeah, has given a slightly more glowy look. Right then, next step is the eyebrows. So I'm just going with a quick brush. I love kind of like what other girls have been doing, or girls and guys have been doing, with like the soap brows look. I'm going to go for something just a little bit more basic, but to kind of help them stay in place, I'm just going to chuck on a tiny bit of like the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Protection Cream. I'm going to chuck a little bit of this on my lips as well. Just because I can, and it'll just help them stay a bit hydrated. If you're anything like me, then my lips, they just get so dehydrated so quickly, it's actually crazy. So I'm just going to chuck a bit of that on there, and a little bit in the eyebrows, and then I'm just going to brush them again, and that should hopefully help them kind of stay in the right position for the rest of the evening. So the eyebrow palette that I'm using, this is actually quite embarrassing. I only need to get a new one, but it's the CYO. It's a really old palette. I don't know if they still do it anymore, but it's in a fair to medium shade. And I literally just go over with kind of like the brown powder in the center and kind of like the highlighter underneath. That is literally it. I'm not really a master of eyebrows. I've seen other girls and guys do theirs and they just look insane. I am not at that level yet. Absolutely not. So yeah, this is a very basic version. I was like, one eyebrow done. Okay, so that's kind of like the eyebrows are on, and then I'm just going to go underneath the brow line, which is a little bit of highlighter. I'm just going to tap it in there, and then I'll just go under with a finger to just blend it out. And that just kind of makes the eyebrows look just like a little bit higher. Which is lovely, super easy. Okay, so that's the eyebrows done. I'm gonna do the eyeshadow now. I'm gonna keep it really basic, I think. I'm not great at eyeshadow. I actually wish I was a lot better. It's like one of my pet peeves. I really need to kind of like take the time to learn. So I'm using the Morphe 350 Supernatural Glow palette. Open it up for you. that's kind of like what the inside looks like. I feel like, yeah, I don't really do many different looks when it comes to like my eyeshadow, but I'm kind of just going to go in with the base colour here, and then I'm going to see, because I've done my face a bit darker than I normally would, I'm going to kind of see how that looks on, and then maybe kind of top it up with a slightly darker brown as well for an almost smoky eye. But also I feel like it's going to look so appalling, you probably can't call it a smoky eye at all. But yeah, so I'm just going to put that on. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, but I don't really feel like it looks like I've got much on, so I'm just going to go in with a slightly smaller brush and just add a little bit more of a darker brown to kind of like the kind of lower bit of the eye bit. God, I am so tired today, guys. Like, I actually don't know how I'm going to make it in the restaurant because I'm a sleepy mess, basically. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go in with this colour at the bottom. It's got some slightly kind of more red tones, which I don't really need, but I feel like that's kind of like the lighter of the browns that are kind of available to me. And hopefully I can just blend that out slightly. Okay, I don't know if one eye looks a bit darker than the other, whether they're about the same. I'm just going to go in with the crease brush and just try and like tidy that bit up. Yeah, I feel like it's just about there. It's a little bit darker than I would have liked. I might go over kind of at the last minute and press in a tiny bit of glitter. Not sure. Yeah, I feel like maybe less is more, so I might just not touch it. I might just get the tiniest bit of the crease there in the lighter shade that I was using before, just to kind of tone it down ever so slightly. Although, to be fair, it doesn't actually look too bad. It looks quite glam, which is, I said, is what I was going for. I always do this where I get a bit scared of like what I've chosen, and I'm a bit like, oh, like, does it look too much? But then I always feel like I end up looking really kind of like basic if I don't try and like go out my comfort zone a little bit. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna be brave. We're gonna go out my comfort zone ever so slightly, and then yeah, I feel like I can do this. I feel like it's not that crazy. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit eyeliner. I am terrified of eyeliner. I love it so much, and it scares the living lights out of me. It's the Kate Beauty Tattoo Liner. Oh, there we go. This one's the mini version. I do have the big version as well, but I think I accidentally left it in Tom's car. So we're going to use this one instead, and hopefully it'll work. I'm hoping for kind of like a bit of a higher wing than usual, but also I don't have that much control over it, so it is what it is at this point. Okay, it's high. It's only tiny, but it's high, which is what I wanted. Okay, that's the wing. It is pretty tiny. I always get scared to go any bigger. I see other people and they've got these big wings and I absolutely love them. I'm so scared. Right, now to try it on the other eye. This is where I get just absolutely shocking because I actually just suck at this, but can't go out with just one wing. We've got to have two, so I can do this. Okay, I've just about managed to get the other bit of eyeliner on, so I'm just going to go in with eyelash curlers and mascara and get that on, and then I should be basically done. Okay, so I've just taken the curlers out. I've just brushed my hair through with kind of quite a thick comb. I think I'm just going to chuck some texturizing spray in it and some hairspray and hope that it holds, and yeah, that'll basically be kind of like the finished look for the hair and the makeup.